Peace everyone, peace everyone. It's your boy, it's your man, Amiel Burgess, aka the Spiritual Chef, aka united uniquely with all the light bearers of this wonderful planet, cooking up progress through a process that leads to results. Woosah. Inhaling that life force, that internal cooking. How we doing out there in the ethers? Hope well. So usually when I'm talking on this channel, on my channel, I'm usually talking about, self-love and, how to build oneself and one's light and how to be a beacon in the world that you want to see. And, usually when I'm talking like that is because in order for you to be the light that you want to see in the world, you got to keep it on yourself and not so much what's going on the outside of you, the external part. But this subject has been around for a while now, and I just feel like I just need to say something. Governments were created, civilizations were created to help bring balance, structure, order to the community at large. It was for the people, built by the people. We put people in power to give a representation of the community because, a lot of people talking at one time, kind of like, it's noise, white noise, if you will. It's like they say, they're saying too many cooks spoil the broth. But I feel like because of something very sinister that's been going on this planet for a very long time, that's been kept from human ears and human hearts for a very long time, that they've created this you need us more than we need you mentality. See, throughout history, there's been many numerous amounts of human beings on the planet, from small to large. And this may be the largest it's been, 7 to 8 billion people on the planet. And for some reason, well, I know the reason, it's because they're given this information by beings, if you want to believe that in order to be fruitful the way they want to be fruitful, the 1%, they need to take out the population. See, whether people want to believe it or not, everything started in the middle of the earth, which is Africa, or India, some say India, some of the hottest places on earth. And whether people wanted to admit it or not, everybody came from one race, the human race. And because of different climate changes in different areas of the world, pigmentation changed, culture changed, mentalities changed. So I go on to say is that we're in a real diabolical time right now. People are being fed lies. And the scary part is that we outnumber the few. We outnumber the 1%. Yet we still take on these lies. I seen a quote on social media today where Bill Gates talked about a pandemic coming worse than the COVID. It's sad. Because I've asked this question to our community on Facebook and even on IG. Can you name me a place on planet Earth where Mother Earth has created a virus, a disease that was built to wipe out mankind in some way or form, or to keep the population down? Nobody has yet shown me that. For the most part, 99.9% of the part, hell, 100% of the part, viruses come from man, whether it be his living conditions or whether it be because of scientists. So when a person says, I can predict that a pandemic is coming, he's not saying that he predicts an asteroid is going to hit that's going to change the climate, or that the climate shift that is going on this earth for so long has the polar ice melting and, we're going to have a cataclysmic event. He's saying that a disease is going to wipe out humanity. Before COVID came, some of these beloved presidents, your beloved President Obama said in one of his speeches that, hypothetically speaking, there could be a pandemic or virus that could come about and that we need to be prepared for it, so forth and so forth. How can you predict a disease to come about? A pandemic that can happen because of diseases and viruses, if it's not man-made, and that people are going to put it out there. It's funny how you can find, Saddam Hussein in a bunker, and when you want to, take over that area, or, you can find anybody from the top of the satellite down to a pin on the floor. Yet these people that run around this earth trying to destroy humanity, there's no justice for them. People, we must wake up. We must wake up to what's going on. Start thinking for ourselves and stop letting Fox News and CNN and all these predetermined, rehearsed news stations giving us blind news or lying half-truths to us because they're paid to, because they're scared to. They already made their universal bed, and they're willing to lie in it. But we don't have to die on a proverbial sword. But we do have to wake up. When this vaccination came, some people believed that they needed to take it. And this is a free world planet. So everything is pro-choice. It's what you decide. I could tell you all the bad things that, viruses do. Excuse me. Sorry about that. But at the end of the day, it's all a choice. However, it's getting worse. Freedoms are being attacked. And soon, it will be to the point where it will be a new form of controlled slavery. So, wait, let's not get it twisted. We are in a controlled form of slavery, but it will be a little bit different. Because see, the best part of their existence is when we were chatteled, because of the fact that they can do whatever they want to us, and there was no repercussions. People, I don't speak on these things too much, but it's time that we wake up. We've lived under the United States government for over 200 years or so. No, excuse me, I'm bugging out. More than that. But at the same point in time, all governments rise and all governments fall. New ones are to arise up. And it's up to us to be spiritually bright beings to form new ways of living together. Accountability, yes. Strategy, yes. But new ways. Because the time has come where we got to stand together. Military brothers and sisters are fighting against their own government because they don't want to take the jab. That should say something to you. It's not just Bill. It's a myriad of them from all different races and all different continents. Because this is just not a U.S. thing. This is a humanity thing. And they won't stop until a large percent of us are gone. And the few that they're here, they'll leave here, then they'll try to jump ship and go to another planet. But that's a whole nother story for another day. I want to stay focused on why vaccinations while this whole called New World thing going on is dangerous, beyond dangerous. For years, most of the stuff that we've been told to are lies. That people who talk like this are conspiracy theorists. And for the most part, two of the most important subjects, well, it's three, but two of the most important subjects, history, math, and science, some of the ones people hate the most, but one of the ones that you need to pay attention to most. Because it shows a pattern. And America's pattern is death and destruction. Bully ball. How can you trust someone like that who's willing to sacrifice their own children? Please, I implore you, stop letting people control your minds. First, take a step back from, all the social media. I know it's difficult. I mean, social media hit, and it hit us like a tornado, and it became so accessible, and we got to connect with so many people, but we got to get back to the communication of not only oneself but each other. It's kind of weird because I'm saying this on a video that I'm gonna put on social media. However, it's important that we start to resist, that we band together. Because this is not about black and white, even though we are in a race war. It's about humanity. Because these people will take out anybody they can in order to be in control. Please, I implore you, take a step back and look at your surroundings. Whatever you lost could be gained again. But not your life. In some cases, not your soul. And you don't want that. Everything that is worth its weight in gold can be scary. But we're here together. Each one teaching one, loving one another. So I implore you, fight. Fight against these mandates. Fight against these vaccines. Fight against the way they're poisoning our foods. The everyday subliminal messages they put through these social media TV platforms. Before it's too late. Before you look up and we're in a different type of slavery. I want to be free. Free of mind, free of heart, free of body, free of choices. For me and my family. In a righteous, positive manner. So I pray and hope the best for everyone here. That we take heed and we stand up together, locked armed, and ready to change the planet for the better. Not for somebody else to rule, not for dictatorship and stuff like that, but for peace and harmony on this planet. Because it's going to get ugly. And I'm not going to be the one to say I told you so. I'm just going to be out of Dodge. You have a blessed day. Bright moments, people. Together we stand, or united fall.